Alright, so we went over how a for loop works, and now let's create a small program using the for loop. Let's go ahead and say new Python file, and let's type in here temperature. And in the temperature program, what I'm going to do is create a program that asks the user to enter in the temperature every second. Okay, and it will print out whether it's hot, warm, or cold. Okay, so I'm going to have it do it 10 times. So I could do for I. Well, maybe I could start by saying temp is equal to input, enter the temperature, and then I'm going to have an if statement saying if temp is less than 75 degrees, or maybe I could say less than 70 degrees, then I could print it's cold. And then I could say else if temp is greater than 75 degrees, or maybe I could say 80 degrees, then I could print it's hot, right? And then I could do else, and else means it's between 70 and 80, right? So I could print and I could say it's perfect. Okay, so if I run this, I'm gonna click here, control click, run temperature, and I'm gonna enter the temperature. I'm gonna put 45 degrees, it's cold, right? I run it again, I put 88 degrees, it's hot, and so on. Okay, so this works. But now I want to do it over and over and over again. So how can I do that? Well, this is going to be my block of code, and I'm going to put a for loop around it. So I'm going to say for I in range, and I want to do it 10 times. So I say 10 colon. The block of code that I want to repeat needs to be indented. So I highlight all of it and I press tab, and now it's indented. Right? But now after I do this, I want it to wait for 1 second. Okay, so like right here, I want it to wait for 1 second. Now, how can I make it wait for 1 second? Well, there is a module that we can import that will let us do that. Okay, it's like a set of files that we don't see that are built into Python. So we could say import time, and down here we could do time dot wait. Is it wait? Time. Ooh, maybe I can check out. So I do Python. I could say sleep. Oh, it's sleep. That's right. Okay. So I do time dot sleep. It took me a second to remember how that works. And you put the number of seconds you want the program to wait right in the parentheses. Okay. So this command here is going to make it wait for 1 second before it comes back up and iterates the for loop again. Every time the body of the for loop is run, we call it an iteration. So I could put here, this for loop will iterate 10 times. Okay. So let's go ahead and hit play. I'm going to put 45 degrees. It's cold. Waits 1 second. I'm going to put 77 degrees. Perfect. Waits 1 second. 90. Waits 1 second. 23. It's cold. 6. Cold. 7. Cold. So I don't think it's waiting anymore, is it? Yes, it is. Okay, so then it did it 10 times and waited each of those 10 times. Right? So this is one way we could use the for loop, right? Repeat a block of code as many times as we'd like. In this case, we want it to run 10 times. Now, let's go ahead and create a different program. Let's see what here in my notes. Okay. So let's make a program that asks for the password, right? We've done that before. And let's have it run 3 times this time. Enter the password. Okay. This thing is going to be called password. And we're going to check the password. I'm going to say if password is equal, 2 equals, not 1 equal. Right. Remember, if we want to check to see if one value is equal to another value and place that in an if statement, we have to have 2 equal signs. Right. Now this is going to evaluate to true or false. 1 equal sign would place the value on the right side into the variable on the left side. Right? That's not what we want. We want to check if it's true or not. So we do 2 equal signs, and we'll say if the password is equal to secret. Then we print out you have entered the system. Right? And then we can, I guess we could leave the time.sleep in there. Okay. So this one is going to run 3 times. Okay. Now, after it finishes running 3 times, if we didn't get into the system, we could print something like, you are locked out. Okay. So if we run the program, you say enter a password. I say that. Ooh, I forgot. If I want the input to take in a string, remember we need to use raw underscore input, right? So let's try that again. And I'm going to type in ASDF. Let's wait 1 second. Ask for the password again. I'm going to do that. Enter the password. Bam, you're locked out. Okay. It might be better if we add an else in here and we say else print out wrong password. Try again. Right. So now let's go ahead and try something else. Let's try secrets. Nope, wrong, right? And why? Because I put a capital S here, and we did not make our program not case sensitive. So I'm going to now type in secrets, lowercase. I've entered the system. Okay. And then maybe here, and you enter the system, we could print something like, here it would be the code where you would actually do stuff. So here you are doing stuff. Okay. So, and then once you finish doing stuff, then it's going to say, oh, enter the password again because you're out of the system, right? So maybe I could say like time.sleep for 3 seconds. You are now out of the system. Okay. So I run that, and I want to type in secrets. You've entered the system. Now you're out of the system. Now enter your password to try to get back in. Okay. One thing we want to fix is we want it to not be case sensitive. So we could say dot lower. If you remember from the last assignment, we can do dot lower to make sure that this password is changed to all lowercase letters, and then we check on if it's equal to lowercase secret. Right, and so this is another way that we can use the for loop to create a program. Right. Again, these are not like very interesting problems to solve, but they do show you that a for loop will repeat a block of code as many times as you put, right, it will repeat it this many number of times, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and try a couple of practice exercises on our own, and then we can move forward in the curriculum.